going to do a kettlebell stiff-legged deadlift or stiff leg deadlift. I actually don't even have a kettlebell at the house, so I'm going to use a dumbbell. I like kettlebells and dumbbells. They can be interchanged, and if you have only kettlebells, then you can use kettlebells as dumbbells, and same for a kettlebell. So, or a dumbbell, you can use a dumbbell as a kettlebell. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. If you have a kettlebell, this is a great exercise, the kettlebell stiff leg deadlift. This is going to be working our hamstrings, and we're going to place our feet about hip width apart here. So I'll show you from the front first, but our feet are going to be about hip width apart. Okay, when we take our stance as we would do on any leg exercise, you want to make sure that your foundation is strong and your weight's in your heels. I don't want your weight in your toes, I want it in your heels. So feet about hip width apart, okay? And a stiff leg deadlift, what that means is that you're keeping your knees at a more of a locked out position. I try to lock my knees out, because if I don't, then I will wind up doing more of a Romanian deadlift, and there is a difference between a stiff leg and a Romanian deadlift. So I keep my knees locked. You can keep them a little bit soft, keep your knees a little soft. So when I say locked and I go down, I mean they're locked. Stiff leg, complete stiff leg. So you can keep them locked, or you can keep them slightly soft. Just remember, we're doing a stiff leg and not a Romanian deadlift. So feet hip width apart, okay? Weight in your heels. So to pick any weight up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, for this exercise, is you're gonna wanna just regularly deadlift a weight up. So just bend down like this, hips down, chest up. We're just gonna pick that weight up, because our starting position is gonna be from the top here, okay? Feet hip width apart, chest up. Imagine I have a kettlebell in my hand, although it's a dumbbell. Choose your imagination. A kettlebell obviously has a handle, so you'd be holding the handle. And we'd be using 1 kettlebell, 2 if you need to add more weight. So you're going to hinge at the hips and drop your chest with your knees stiff. Just like this. You're gonna come down here, get a good stretch in your hamstrings. One thing that I do is I keep the dumbbell pretty close to my body, or the kettlebell really close to my body. So I'm gonna do it from the side, you can see that better. We're gonna hinge at the hips, knees are stiff, dropping the chest. It's like this. So I'm keeping that dumbbell very close to my body, stiff leg, feel the stretch in the hamstrings, drive through the hips to come back up and squeeze the boots. The difference in a stiff leg and Romanian. A Romanian, you're gonna be focused on more of a soft knee and driving your booty or your hips backwards to whatever's behind you, okay? That's more of a Romanian. Stiff leg, you're focused more on just hinging at the hips and dropping your chest. You notice the difference? So, Romanian, stiff. Romanian, stiff. Okay, so stiff leg deadlift, I'm not focused on driving my hips backward. I'm more focused at just hinging at the hips and dropping my chest while I keep my knees at a locked or almost locked out position.